What's up, guys? Readiness Reviews here with you again, and we are talking Swiss military surplus today. Schmidt-Rubin style rifles from Switzerland are some of the highest quality and most accurate military surplus firearms you will ever encounter, and right now they are abundant and affordable on the US C&R market. We are going to cover several variants of Swiss rifles that are available right now today. This might just be your last chance to pick one of these awesome rifles up for under market value. Before we get into it, give the video a thumbs up if you like seeing these military surplus firearm videos here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future content. And drop me a comment letting me know what you think of Swiss military surplus rifles. Over the past 2 days, I have received 2 separate notifications that large quantities of Swiss rifles are currently available. Now, every year, around this time, late third quarter, early fourth quarter, the US gets in large surplus shipments of Swiss rifles. This year, however, is a little bit different because the rifles coming in right now are actually being sold for less than they were the previous year. And that's a trend that we haven't encountered in surplus in a long time. All the rifles we talk about today will be chambered in the 7.5x55mm Swiss cartridge. The rifle that I'm holding currently may very well be the most accurate military bolt-action rifle ever fielded as a primary service weapon. This is the most excellent Swiss K31 carbine. In the past 3 or so years, market value for K31 has fell in that price range between about $500 and $700, of course depending on condition. And trust me, these rifles are worth every bit of that. The absolutely superb quality in machining this firearm is well worth $1,000 or more. In fact, if you take the amount of money that the Swiss paid for each one of these rifles when they were first made and converted it to modern currency, these rifles cost over 3,000 USD each, so they're currently selling for less than they cost to make. So we've established that the market value is about $500 to $700. Well, since there are so many of these rifles hitting the market right now, they are readily available for as little as $450 or maybe even $400. And for a K31, that is an absolutely screaming deal. If you have any interest in these rifles whatsoever, and you do not have one in your collection yet, I urge you to go out and get one because these current prices will not last forever. I completely expect K31s to go right up to about $600 once the majority of the new surplus dries up. Some of you guys that pay attention to Milsurp imports may remember last year Centerfire Systems was offering K31s for $400. That was a fantastic deal as well, but those rifles had one major flaw, and that was they were missing their 6-round removable magazine. These magazines fetch anywhere between about $40 and $100, averaging something like $70. And so if you had to go out and buy one of these, you just turned your $400 rifle into about a $470 rifle. From what I've seen, the rifles available right now are coming with magazines, so that is a huge bonus. I know for a fact that these rifles are available on Royal Tiger Imports. Now, I know Royal Tiger Imports has a mixed record of what firearms they sell, but the Swiss rifles that they have are coming from Switzerland, and as usual, these rifles come in really excellent condition, and that's one of the things that makes them so great for collecting. RTI actually just ran a flash sale on the K31s for $400. That price cannot be beat. By the time this video comes out, that sale might not be going on anymore, but as always with RTI, their sales tend to be cyclical, and so it may come back around unless all these rifles sell out super fast. Our next rifle here is another straight pull bolt action, Schmidt-Rubin style action. This is the K11 Carbine. It predates the K31 that we just looked at, but they are quite similar in many ways. It has not been uncommon for these rifles to fetch a price point of $500 or more here in recent years, and right now they are available on the market for about $450. These don't have quite the outstanding deal price that the K31 carries, but if you were already a Swiss rifle collector, I think now would be a good time to pick one up. They are fantastic shooting rifles. They are lightweight and handy, and a really cool piece of military history. My example here was purchased all the way back in 2019. And in 2019, I paid $350 for it from Century Arms. It did come with a pretty severe crack in the front end of the stock though, and so that's why it had such a reasonable price point. If I didn't already have this rifle in inventory, I wouldn't hesitate one bit to pick one of these up for what they're currently going for. And to be completely frank, that goes for basically every rifle I'll be talking about today. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Swiss long boys, the Gewehr 1911 and the Gewehr 9611. These particular Swiss rifles have really been going up in price a lot over the past couple years. They used to be extremely inexpensive. It wasn't uncommon to run across them for about $300 all the time, but now you will most commonly run across them for $500 plus. There's no doubt in my mind that one day in the future, these Swiss long rifles will be fetching a price point of $1,000 USD, and right now they can be had for as little as $400 from several individual C&R e-tailers. Just like the K31, our Gewehr 1911, and Gewehr 9611 are precision machined, super accurate firearms with an amazingly smooth action. The build quality is absolutely fantastic, and like most Swiss firearms, they are usually in really good condition. For the most part, these rifles will carry a lot and fired a little, so basically any one that you encounter will be a really good shooting rifle. I received an email literally yesterday from Centerfire Systems informing me that they had both of these types of rifles for $399.99, and as long as you're a C&R license holder, you can have them shipped right to your door. The G9611 was originally a Swiss 1896 rifle, an older rifle that was also chambered in an older cartridge known as the GP90. Now in 1911, the Swiss adopted a new pointed Spitzer bullet cartridge known as GP11, and with that GP11 cartridge came the Gewehr 1911 rifle. Now they had a new rifle and a new cartridge, but they still had a lot of those old 1896 rifles sitting around. And so they decided to keep those rifles in service by updating them to that new GP11 cartridge. And that is exactly what a G9611 rifle is. An 1896 converted to a 1911 pattern. The rifles had a pistol grip spliced in, updated sights, and a new barrel, allowing these old birds to stay in service for many more years after that. And even to this very day, they are still ridiculously good shooting rifles, and in my opinion, absolutely beautiful as well. The current market is not just flooded with rifles, but accessories as well. Both slings and nose caps are readily available. Those are standard accessories for these Swiss rifles. Both the carbine rifles and the long rifles have their own version of nose cap. And while the slings are mostly interchangeable, there are slight differences depending on when they were made. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like a lot of bayonets have come in. The bayonets for these Swiss rifles are beautiful, but they're a little bit harder to come by. So if there's any takeaway from this video, it's pretty simple. If you've ever desired a Swiss rifle for your Milsurp collection, right now may be the best time to pick one up. I've missed out on a lot of opportunities for Milsurps in the past because I drug my feet on a good deal. If you let this one pass you by, you might feel some of those same regrets in the future. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That really does help it out with the algorithm and getting the video distributed out to other viewers. Gun channels need all the help they can get on that front. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future military surplus firearms content and periodic deal alerts. Let me know down in the comments what the best deal is that you got on a Milsurp here in recent years, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.